Welcome to the Email Demon, where we're going to be showing you how to seduce subscribers for an unlimited amount of cash. Now, the techniques that we're going to reveal within the system are really simple techniques. They're just going to give you a short, quick outline that you can actually go and use and take action. How we kind of created these videos was to kind of give you some short videos to show you specific techniques. That way you can watch a video, go take action, come back, watch the next video, and go take action. Because bottom line, if you don't take action with this stuff, you're not going to make any money. And that's why we're all here. So let's talk about email marketing. The first thing I want to get into is talking about the email deliverability of your email marketing campaigns. And what do I mean by that is basically there's a lot of different tools, a lot of different resources you can use to develop a subscriber list or an email list. Now, the thing is, you want to be careful because, you know, if your emails are getting delivered to that little place called the spam folder, then it's not doing any good. So how do kind of email programs like Gmail or Outlook or some of the other email programs, how do they kind of determine spam? Which one of the ways they actually do, they track IP addresses. So the reason why you want to be careful with the different autoresponder service that you're going to be using is because you want to make sure that whatever service you're using actually has good reputation with some of the internet providers. So think about it this way: if you're using a particular service that is, you know, has kind of a low quality, a poor reputation, and there's gonna, you know, a lot of people are out there using it. It's very common with a lot of the cheaper services or even free services. What's happening is, you know, let's say you make an email broadcast. You're out there gonna, you know, send an email. You have it in the queue, going to be sent to all your subscribers. Well, you know, everybody who uses that service is actually using the same IP address. So let's say, you know, you're number 3 in line in the queue for that particular service to send out broadcast. Well, you know, let's say the first one sends out a spam message to some Gmail accounts, some AOL accounts, some Hotmail accounts, and then the second one again sends out a lot of spam messages, and all those messages are going to get flagged for being spam. Well, those email providers like the Yahoos and the Googles and the MSNs and the different things like that are going to actually track which IP address those emails came from. And on some of the cheaper services, they don't really have departments or ways to go in and try to negotiate, you know, if there happens to be a spam user on their account, to try to get their reputation back up among those users. So what happens with you being third in line, you're going to send out an email, and even though it's not spam, it's going to get flagged as spam because it came through that same IP address of that service, and then you're out of luck. So that's going to really cost you a lot of money in the long run. So basically, the best bet you have when you're talking about the email deliverability is to really go with services that are proven, go with services that everyone is using, because, you know, or not that everyone's using, but services that like the top guys are using, because, you know, they have $1 million companies that, you know, is really dependent on sending out emails, getting sales, getting, you know, being in contact with their subscribers, generating traffic that way. So 3 of the best email services or autoresponder services that you can go through is Aweber, is a lot of people are using GetResponse, which is really good, by Implex. And also another good one that's really coming up in the ranks is called MailChimp.com. The reason why MailChimp.com is so nice as well is because you can, you know, there's a lot of integrations with PayPal. So if you're doing a lot of selling with PayPal, you're really going to like the services of MailChimp.com. So the reason why you want to try to kind of stick within these 3 services is because they actually have dedicated departments that go out there and try to always increase their reputation among other email providers. So if, you know, let's say if somebody on Aweber does, you know, engages some spam activity, well, Aweber has a lot of built-in spam filtering, which usually catches it a lot. But if they don't, if Aweber itself has a problem with emails getting sent to spam with, let's say, Gmail and Yahoo and different things like that, they actually go out there and try to make it right with those providers. So that's the reason why you want to stick with, you know, kind of like these 3, just because these these are, in my opinion, the ones that I found work the best and kind of ensure that the emails always get delivered to the inbox and not to the spam filter. So you want to make sure that you're using the most effective tools to get your emails delivered, or all of what you're about to learn is pretty much useless. So go ahead and check out those different companies, either the Aweber, the GetResponse, MailChimp. If you don't have an account with one of those, go ahead and sign up. They have a lot of free options or very inexpensive options that you can really make, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on, even some of the lower services like Aweber, which is like, I think, about $19.95 a month. So go ahead and check those out, and as soon as you get that all set up, go on to the next video.